Okay, come on. All
There
right,
we
now
go.
we are. So can you see the live on the screen?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Hi, Joe. First of all, welcome to our segment, and we're really thankful that you made time for that. Even it's Saturday, I think you're still on holidays, or I think a short break. Um, First of all, can you introduce yourself, like what you do, which company, and what the company does?
Yeah, sure thing. Thanks, Avi. So my name is Khoury, and I'm the managing director of Insurance One Insurance Brokers. So we've been insurance brokers since 2006, specialising predominantly in the construction industry. We've been involved with handling home warranty insurance since then, and we our specialty is in construction and homeowners warranty, and we've been around since to see all the changes that have taken place in the product over the last 10 or 15 odd years. And yeah, so it really is our sort of bread and butter, our specialty, and there's a lot to know about homeowners warranty insurance from both a builder's and a customer or homeowner perspective. There's a lot of sort of minor and hidden details that can bring you unstuck when it comes to come time of a claim. And it's good that I guess we discuss these issues or any questions that anyone might have, and yeah, so.
So before we start, I will let everyone know that I've done a bit of research, and home warranty or insurance is actually known by different names in different states. So in New South Wales, it's known by home building compensation cover, isn't it? So they've changed those names. So in Victoria, it's domestic building insurance, and in Western Australia and South Australia, it's called home indemnity insurance. So they all mean the same, but it's only like I think it differs from what when the building actually starts at what cost. Like let's say in I think in New South Wales, it's $3,000. If you're building or any construction or renovation is going to cost $3,000 or more, you need a builder needs the home warranty insurance, isn't it?
So the figure for New South Wales is actually $20,000. So yeah, so any dollar value from $20,000 and up. So $20,001 and above requires homeowners warranty insurance, and anything below doesn't. So yeah, that's right. So in New South Wales, it's government regulated, and anything that's any other state such as Queensland, it's also government regulated. WA is government regulated. The only one of the only states left that's not government regulated at the moment is the ACT. In the ACT, it's still privatised, so you can become a little bit unstuck. There are some builders that we look after who have eligibility in New South Wales, and their eligibility needs to run through the New South Wales government. But every now and then we have a couple of them that might pick up a job in the ACT. And if they do, then it's a complete separate eligibility criteria in the ACT that they must go through.
Okay, that's good.
Joe, can I ask you a question? First of all, thank you for coming down on the show, man. I know you had some other commitments today. You want to tell us where are you at the moment?
What was that? Sorry?
You want to tell us where are you at the moment?
I'm actually in I'm in sunny Bathurst at the moment, sitting on a 5,000 acre ranch.
Fantastic. Any big plans for the day, mate?
For the day, no big plans. We were actually lopping some trees out of the bush this morning, so just to make some posts for a fence that we need to put up. I'll tell you what, it's hard work. If your boys on site ever complain about having a hard day, you should send them up here, and I'll get them to lop some trees and debark them, and we'll see how they feel after about an hour.
Nice, good. We'll keep it in mind, man. We'll keep it in mind. Mate, just got a question regarding home warranty insurance from a builder's point of view. I guess just for our audience information, we will be asking a lot of questions from a consumer point of view, and I'll be asking questions more from a builder's point of view. So for someone who's a new builder, what do they do to become eligible for a home warranty insurance?
Sure thing. I think I think the best place for us to start, for if there are any new builders listening in, is okay. Well, first of all, what is home warranty insurance? And there are a lot of people out there that still don't quite understand the product and what its intentions are. So in 1989, the Home Building Act was introduced, and in that Home Building Act, there is a requirement that builders must take out home warranty insurance whenever they start a job for a homeowner, or whenever they're contracting directly with a homeowner for any works greater than $20,000. So what does it provide? It provides cover for the homeowner in the event that the builder becomes deceased, bankrupt, or can't be located. So if we are halfway through, or if a builder is halfway through building a job for a homeowner, if it might be a $300,000 new home that they're building, and they're $150,000 into it, and then all of a sudden the builder becomes deceased, they go into some form of insolvency and bankruptcy, or they just disappear and they can't be located. The homeowner is stuck with a home that's half built. Sometimes they could be out of pocket progress payment, or a progress payment that they've made to the builder, and they need someone to step in and complete that contract. And that's the cover that the homeowner's warranty provides. Because before 1989, what used to happen is a builder would go bust out on site, and then the homeowner would be left picking up the pieces. Some of these homeowners are putting a lot of or their lifetime savings into the build for their new family home, and they don't have any other money to fall back on in the event that the builder becomes deceased, bankrupt, or disappears. So that's the first bit of cover that the insurance policy provides. The next bit of cover that the insurance policy provides, or the home warranty provides, is after the works are completed, for 2 years for non-major defects and 6 years major defects. Once again, in the event that the builder, so in the event that the builder is deceased, gone bankrupt, or can't be located, if I use the same example again, a homeowner has a $300,000 home that's been newly built, and then 3 years down the track, there's a major structural defect in the home. Their first point of call is to chase after the builder, whether it be through the Department of Fair Trading and eventually into NCAT. But during that process, once again, if the builder is deceased, bankrupt, or can't be located, and the homeowner doesn't have a builder to go after, then the insurance policy is there as a last resort for them to put in a claim on for any damages that they've sustained.
Yeah. So just going back to the question, Joe. So if a new builder wants to become eligible or wants to take on home warranty insurance, what is the process? What does it involve? So just tell us a little bit about that, please, if you don't mind.
Yep, sure. So there's an application form that a builder has to fill out. Sometimes builders, there's a misconception out there that you just put in an application and you're going to be automatically approved. A home warranty application is very similar to a home loan or a line of credit application. There's an asset and liability statement in the application form that needs to be filled out by the builder. There are financials that the insurance company will ask for as well for the past 3 years, and they pretty much undertake a financial assessment of the builder. They also look at the experience of the builder and the nominated supervisor to see, is this a builder who we should allow to purchase home warranty insurance? If the application is declined, it means that the builder cannot enter into any residential contracts greater than $20,000. And if the application is approved, depending on how much they're approved for, the limit will govern how much work they can take on during any one time. So, for example, a builder might come to us and say, Joe, we've got $1 million worth of work coming up over the next 12 months. Can we put in an application for $1 million worth of home warranty eligibility? We go off and submit, help the builder submit the application. And if they're approved, the first job might come along, and it might be a $200,000 contract. We issue a certificate for that $200,000 contract, and their $1 million limit goes down to $800,000. And the next job that comes along might be a $300,000 job. Once again, we submit an application, and their limit comes down to $500,000. Back and forth, back and forth.
Yep. So from the information you just gave us, basically the home warranty insurance is set up to basically protect a consumer, a common person who wants to build their house, more or less.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. So once again, another misconception out there. A lot of builders think that the homeowner's warranty is there to protect them. The home warranty insurance provides no cover at all to a builder. It only provides the consumer. So the obligation is on the builder to take out the home warranty insurance under the Home Building Act. It's the builder's requirement to take it out, but it provides no cover to the builder. The coverage is only for the homeowner.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
So when we talk about this, so one of the important questions that comes up to my mind is, let's say I'm building to someone, all right, and that builder has been actually referred to by my very good friend. So the builders run away, that for whatever reason, there can be a million reasons around it. So I gave them, let's say, $90,000 out of my pocket because I knew the builder and I knew the person who referred to it. It's like a family and all that stuff. So in that case, am I covered for that 90,000, or I think that's where the customers needs to be very wary of that. Yes, there's an amount that it's covered, and can they increase and decrease that amount?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Avi. The cover provided by the homeowner's warranty, that there is cover in place for non-completion. So if a builder doesn't complete a contract, or just happens to run away and disappear, and runs off with the homeowner's deposit or the homeowner's progress payment, there is cover for non-completion of the contract under the home warranty insurance policy. Now, in saying that though, there is a limit of 20% of the contract amount. That's the maximum claim for non-completion of a project. So if a customer is handing money over to a builder, they should ensure that they are not handing over any more than what the builder is entitled to under the contract. And the contract between the builder and the homeowner will stipulate the percentages for the initial deposit, and then the progress payments after that. So at any point in time, the homeowner shouldn't be handing over any more than what the builder should be entitled to under the contract. So if I use an example of the $300,000 new build home, if the homeowner provided to the builder a $90,000 deposit and the builder then ran away with that money, the maximum amount of cover that the homeowner would be entitled to would be 20% of the contract amount, which is $60,000. And it means that the homeowner, if they have handed over 90,000, they've handed over 30,000 more than what they are entitled to coverage under the policy, and there's going to be a $30,000 shortfall between what they can claim for and what they are out of pocket.
Yeah.
And sorry, yep.
So Joe, and also another important thing for a customer's point of view, that before they do pay such a big amount to a builder, they need to make sure that that builder has taken home warranty insurance for their project.
Yeah, that's a good question, Amajit. So under the Home Building Act, a builder cannot. It's illegal for them to enter into a residential building contract if, first of all, they do not hold home warranty eligibility. So before a builder can enter into any residential contract, they must have home warranty eligibility. Now, that doesn't mean they have to have the project-specific certificate. They can sign up the contract, and then 7 days after the contract has been signed, under the Act, they must provide the homeowner with a copy of the project-specific certificate. So two very important milestones there. Before the contract is executed, the homeowner should make sure that the builder holds home warranty eligibility, first of all. And then once the contract is issued, or signed, they should then be within 7 days receiving a copy of the project-specific home warranty certificate. And then once they receive that certificate, that's when I would tell the homeowner, you should be comfortable then to hand over your deposit. But once again, making sure that the deposit that you're paying to the builder is in line with the deposit that's stipulated in the contract.
That I have that when we look into it, another question that pops up is, what's the difference between guarantee and warranty when it comes to it? Because I've seen posts on Facebook or on the Google. It's more like sometimes people actually confuse the guarantee with warranty. Say in case of a in case of a customer, consumer, or client, um, I'm covered by my warranty, not a guarantee, isn't it?
That's right. That's right. So you're right in that sometimes when you jump onto the internet, whether it be Google or other search engines, and you try to obtain information on home warranty insurance, there are a lot of other sort of terminologies that are thrown around out there. There is only one insurance product which you can purchase under the Home Building Act, and that's home warranty insurance. It shouldn't be mistaken for anything else. It cannot be substituted for any other type of insurance policy. So if a builder is telling the homeowner that, okay, well, we don't hold home warranty eligibility, but we can provide you with this other type of insurance policy that's going to provide you with the same coverage and the same type of guarantee, then it shouldn't be allowed. So it's only the home warranty insurance policy, which is administered by the Home Building Compensation Fund in New South Wales, which is acceptable under the Home Building Act.
That's like, I think that's one of those, because we go on Google and we try to be, Google experts in the end. I've seen so many threads in there. Like, look and see threads. Like, everyone then jumps in and they tries to, be the experts in it. Yeah, because in the end, client is going to lose if they're not going to understand the difference between, guarantees and warranties. Because like, nobody wants the builders to run away, but if a builder runs away, it's cost them in terms of time. It's going to cost them in terms of money. And that's my next question, is that's one of the most important questions, is, let's say, um, builder ran mid construction. All right, now there are only three ways, I think, as you told, like, that you can claim home warranty insurance as builder runs away, insolvency, and if we can declare that he can't pay the project anymore. So that's more of a legal kind of situation. But let's say the insurance expired, and the client wants to build the house again. So in that case, he goes back to bank, or he has his own money. Are you going to insure the half build or not? Or they can be, and are you going to, how are you going to deal in this situation if I come to you?
So under the homeowner's warranty insurance, it can get a little bit technical. So if the builder has become deceased, he's gone bankrupt, or he can't be located, and he's halfway through the build. If we use the $300,000 home as an example again, if the builder is halfway through and all of a sudden he tragically passes away, the $150,000 worth of work that he's completed on site is covered underneath his home warranty insurance certificate, which he initially took out for the initial contract. Then what will happen is you'll put in a claim with the home warranty insurer. They'll work out whether, he might have completed $150,000 worth of work out on site, but you've paid him, $170,000, and there's a shortfall of $30,000 there. You'll put in a claim. The home warranty insurance policy doesn't mean that the home warranty insurer are going to step in and complete the contract, and the customer doesn't have to pay another dollar. That's not true. So the home warranty insurer will step in and pay the $20,000 that they're out of pocket, and then the remaining $150,000 of the contract, the final 50% that hasn't been built yet, it'll be up to the customer to then engage with a new builder and enter into a new contract with a new builder. When they do so, then a second home warranty insurance certificate will be taken out for the final 50% of the work that's completed out on site. And then at that point, or at that stage, there'll be a demarcation report that'll be undertaken for the works that have already been completed out on site to ensure that there are no defective work there. And the new builder will only be liable or responsible for the remaining 50% of the work. Exactly. So let's fast track 4 years down the track, and if there is a structural defect in the building after completion, depending on who completed, which one of the two builders completed the work, which has resulted in the structural defect, will depend on which home warranty certificate the claim goes on to.
Oh my God! So now it's more like a situation where I think Amarjeet, we go all the way back to our first video where we had to, genuine builder. So I think
Yeah.
if the people who are going to watch this video in future or, watching at the moment, it's more like you have to make sure that, you deal with a genuine builder and you don't
Yeah.
give, more any cash. That's like, in the end, that puts you in more of a trouble than, fast track your work. So I think that's all goes back to being genuine and being due diligent and all that stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Amarjit, you have a question, I guess. What was
Yeah,
the?
I think it's something that Joe has already answered, but just for the clarification of new builders out there. So, Joe, again, another example I'll share with you. So, for example, a builder has built a house, and 2 years down the track, the bathrooms are leaking, upstairs bathrooms are leaking, and it's going to cost builder $50,000. Um, would home warranty insurance help that builder in that case if the builder cannot locate the waterproofing contractor and if it's waterproofing contractor's fault?
Sorry, Amarjeet, the audio just cut out when you were asking that question. Can you just ask that question again?
Yeah, let me repeat that. So basically, a builder has taken on a project, $500,000 project. 2 years down the track, the bathrooms start leaking. The builder tried to contact the waterproofing contractor, who's at fault. After investigation, they found, and the builder is unable to locate the subcontractor. Does home warranty insurance helps a builder in that case or not?
No. In that situation, because the builder is still around, they're still trading. So we always have to keep in mind that the three triggers under the home warranty insurance policy are: the builder has to be deceased, bankrupt, or unable to be located. If one of these three things hasn't happened, and there is a issue with a job that a builder has completed, then the responsibility falls back onto the builder. So the home warranty insurance is only a last resort policy. In that scenario there, the homeowner would obviously contact the builder. The builder hasn't passed away, they're not deceased, they're not bankrupt, they can be located. So it's then a dispute between the homeowner and the builder to have the works rectified. Now, who completed the work out on site, whether there were subcontractors involved, at the end of the day, as you are the builder, you're the principal builder on site and it's your license on there, then you do have a responsibility to the homeowner. You have your own statutory licensing requirements to ensure that the works that you complete are of a good quality, and the workmanship is of a high standard. And if any of those statutory warranties are sort of breached, then there could be a dispute between the builder and the homeowner. But that moves out of the realm of homeowner's warranty, or doesn't even enter the realm of home warranty because of the fact that the builder is still around and trading. So we always have to keep in mind, when it comes to home warranty insurance, it's a last resort policy. It's only there in the event that the builder is deceased, bankrupt, or can't be located.
Thank you for that, Joe.
I think we've lost
myself. Sorry. I muted myself. Okay. So when I'm just working on it on the screen, so I'm trying to get those questions through. So I've got a question from a owner builder. So in case of owner builders, do they need home warranty insurance? And if they do, do you help, or it's different from a custom builder or project builders?
Project builder.
Yeah. Okay. So there's no homeowners warranty insurance for owner builders. Homeowners warranty for owner builders was abolished in, I'm pretty sure it's 2010 or 2012, one of those 2 years. And after that, if there is any work that's completed by an owner builder under an owner builder permit, if they come to sell the home within the first 6 years of the works being completed, in the past they used to have to buy a home warranty insurance policy to allow them to sell the home. Now they don't anymore, and it has to be on sold without any home warranty in place. That could provide or cause issues when it comes to selling the property. You might have some potential buyers out there who are looking at buying a brand new home. You might be trying to sell yours as an owner builder, and someone down the road is trying to sell theirs, which has been constructed by a professional builder. And if it's been constructed by a professional builder, it means there'd be home warranty insurance in place, and potentially you might end up losing the sale to someone who is selling their property with home warranty. So my recommendation is always to people that if they are selling a property, if they are going to construct a property that they plan to sell within the first 6 years, it's always a benefit to have a professional builder involved, so that when you do on sell it, you're selling it with the home warranty insurance attached to it.
Right, it makes sense. I think that's very important in answering that question, because sometimes people just believe, okay, I'm going to build, I'm going to be an owner builder, and these are the things that I'm going to do and all that stuff. I'm going to insure myself, but in the end, unfortunately, they are not. So they have to look after themselves. So now, I have also come across a very interesting point that in some cases, customer pays for home building insurance. Is it true?
Yeah, so the requirement to take out homeowners warranty insurance is on the builder. How the premium for the home warranty insurance is dealt with, well, that's between the customer and the builder. So depending on how the contract between the builder and the customer is set up, it could be on a cost plus basis, it could be on a lump sum basis, it could be on the lump sum basis excluding the homeowner's warranty insurance costs. It really just comes down to what's agreed to between the customer and the builder, and just ensuring that whatever is agreed to is adhered to as well. We do have situations where builders will try to pass on the home warranty premium onto their customer, but in the contract it does stipulate that the costs will be borne by the builder, and then vice versa as well. Sometimes we have situations where the customer tries to push the home warranty premium back onto the builder, but the contract stipulates that the homeowner is responsible for it. So it really just depends on what's agreed to between the two. But at the end of the day, the buck does stop with the builder, because it is the builder's responsibility to take it out. If they're unable to recover the funds from the customer, then the contract does still go ahead, then the builder would still need to ensure that premium is paid for, because it is their responsibility to make sure that the home warranty insurance is in place.
And can you answer that question on the screen? Is from Kudrat. So what insurance do you recommend for owner builders, like workers' compensation or any other, if as an owner builder comes to you?
Yeah, sure. So for an owner builder, the first policy that we would always set up for them is what we call the construction or the contract works insurance policy. So that policy covers the work that you're completing out on site, and in the event that it's damaged, stolen. So if I use the $300,000 home build again, if you're halfway through building that home, and all of a sudden you have a major fire that rips through the job site and burns everything down to the floor, the $150,000 worth of work that you've completed out on site is now gone, and you need an insurance policy to be able to claim it for recovering that $150,000 that you've spent. So that's the construction or the contract works insurance policy. And if we fast track a little bit down the track, let's say the day before the OC is issued to the homeowner, and they've got a $300,000 home sitting there. Once again, if there's a fire that rips through and burns it down to the ground, or you have a collapse, then there's $300,000 exposure there to the homeowner that they're going to lose. The contract works insurance policy is what will pay you to demolish the debris that's there, and then pretty much start building again. The second part of the construction insurance policy or the contract works insurance is the public liability cover. So those two, the material damage and the public liability cover, come in the one policy, the contract works insurance policy. So the public liability covers you for any third-party injury or third-party property damage that you are held liable for, which may arise during construction. For example, you might be building a home and there might be a swimming pool in the back, and in this, to build the swimming pool, you might have to excavate a couple of meters into the ground. As a result of excavating, there might be a bit of vibration that takes place, and all of a sudden there's some cracking running up the wall of your neighbouring property, and your neighbour decides to put in a claim against you and say, well, those cracks weren't there before you started building. So obviously they've come about during the course of construction, and it might cost $150,000 to repair those cracks. The public liability insurance policy was what would cover you. If someone falls on your job site, if they might fall off scaffolding and tragically, die. They might drop something off the scaffolding, one of your contractors, and it damages, neighbouring property or lands on your neighbour's head, and causes injury to them. It's the public liability policy. Yeah. Or you got to keep in mind, regardless.
That's not going to be a good sight to see, is it?
No, it's not. Look, I'll be honest with you. We tend to see a lot of this take place on owner-builder sites because they are owner-builders. A lot of the time, it's the first time that they've taken on a project. They're not aware of the risks. They don't have experience building, so that they haven't got that experience sitting behind them where they can foresee, risks out on site. Whereas someone like Amajit, for instance, he might walk past one of his job sites and say, I need my team to fix something up because, on one of our other jobs, something took place, and we want to risk manage and make sure that it doesn't happen again. Owner builders don't have that experience behind them, so they can't foresee issues that might take place. And unfortunately, we do get a lot of claims on owner builder insurance policies just purely because the owner builders aren't aware of what needs to happen out on site.
Yeah. So it's more like when Amajit or builder comes to you, you actually give them a custom package. So it's not that you just tell them, look, like this is what you need, but it's more like this is what you are going to need in these insurances, and you look after all those insurances as a company, isn't it?
Most definitely. So we also like our owner builders to have a workers' compensation insurance policy in place, so that if they do have any full-time employees for the period that they're building out on site working for them, and they're injured, that the homeowner is also protected. The classic example for owner builders requiring a workers' compensation insurance policy is a lot of them might end up employing a full-time site foreman or supervisor. A lot of the time it's a friend of theirs who's got a bit of experience, and they say, look, I'm going to build my home. It's a 12 or 18 month build. Do you mind giving me a hand? And that person might be, not have any work on at the time, and say, sure, if you pay me, $1,000 a week, I'll go out on site and I'll supervise it for you. During the time that he's out there on site, he's actually deemed to be an employee of the owner builder. And if you don't have a workers' compensation insurance policy in place, and that particular individual were to be injured, then work cover would obviously go out to site. They'll conduct an investigation, and you could end up receiving a fine from work cover because you don't have the workers' compensation in place.
Awesome.
Joe, just to clarify there, I guess, also with the regular builder's point of view and the consumer's point of view, every builder needs to have those insurances also in place: workers' compensation insurance and the public liability / contract works insurance. Is that correct?
Yep, that's 100% correct. So there are three types of statutory insurance policies where the statute law requires you to carry it. The three of them are a green slip. So whenever you go to register your vehicle, the the reason why you can't register your vehicle without a green slip being in place is because the law says you must have a green slip if you're registering a vehicle. The other two are workers' compensation insurance if you employ. So the minute that you employ anybody to do any type of work for you, you must have, the law says you must have a workers' compensation insurance in place. And the third one is actually your builder's warranty insurance. So once again, the statute law stipulates that if you are entering into a residential contract for works greater than 20,000, you must have a builder's warranty insurance in place. Okay, so by law, you should have the workers' compensation in place, and then look, it's actually not the law to have a public liability or a contract works insurance policy in place. There's no law that stipulates it. In saying that, you'll find that the bank will require it from you to finalise your funding, because they want to make sure that the job site is insured if they're funding the construction. The council will usually require you to have the public liability in place, especially if you're going to need permits for footpaths, to do footpaths or curb and gutter work while you're building. So whether you want to take out the public liability insurance or not, you'll probably find that at some point during construction, especially right at the beginning when you're finalising your funding or finalising your CC, you'll be prompted and someone will request it from you. So whilst it's not law, you'll find that you can't actually build a home without having that insurance policy in place.
Yeah. So my last question for the afternoon job. So from a customer point of view, customers should definitely check that if a builder has home warranty insurance or not. Yeah. Should a customer be also checking for other insurances?
Good question. With the homeowner's warranty, most definitely, before you enter into a contract with the builder, the homeowner should make sure that the builder does have home warranty eligibility. That's actually very easy to do. If they go on the Department of Fair Trading website and they do a license check on the builder, there is a link on there that shows whether the builder does have home warranty eligibility. So I'm pretty sure it uses the terminology only for contracts not requiring home warranty insurance, which means that the builder can only enter into contracts not requiring home warranty insurance, and that sort of wording isn't there on their license if they do have home warranty eligibility. So if that condition isn't on there, it means they can enter into work that requires home warranty. So most definitely always check that a builder does have home warranty eligibility. And then before construction starts, you'd want to see a copy of their certificate of currency for their public liability and their contract works insurance to make sure that your job site is fully insured. And then I'd also go as far as asking the builder for their workers' compensation insurance, because the last thing I'd want is an incident to take place on my job site. So whilst the builder it might be the builder on your site, it's still your land. You still own it. So you'd want to make sure that if anyone were injured on your job site, that there's a workers' compensation in place to make sure that that person is looked after.
Awesome. And okay, there's one more question that's on the screen. Say, okay.
I think we have already answered that question. Kudrat, bloody start listening to this stuff, bro. Stop asking random questions.
It's actually a good question because we've picked up on something that we probably haven't actually touched on.
Okay.
So when it comes to the owner builder themselves being hurt, we have to keep in mind that the owner builder is not an employee. So even if an owner builder has a workers' compensation insurance policy in place and they themselves were injured, they wouldn't actually be able to put in a claim on the workers' compensation insurance, because an owner builder is an individual, and you can't be an employee of yourself. So in that event, an owner builder would, if they wanted to make sure that they were insured themselves, they'd have to have some sort of sickness and accident insurance policy, or a life insurance policy in place to sort of cover themselves. So it'd only be there to cover your employees.
Makes sense. Now there you go. Apologies. So look,
really encouraging the questions here.
No, it's more. I think it's the last question. I think we are already 40 minutes into it. So before we start sharing your websites and everything, there's one question that I need to know is that who is responsible and what kind of insurance is it when you actually during construction? So home warranty insurance actually starts when the construction is finished till 6 years or whatever the stipulated time is. So what kind of insurance covers the customer during construction or the builder himself?
Yeah, so during construction is the contract works and public liability insurance policy. So the contract works covers you for any material damage on site. So once again, if we use the example of the home being built, halfway through the home being built, there's a fire that rips it down. And you've already spent 150,000 on all the material and the construction out on site. It's the contract works insurance policy that would reimburse you to have for the cost to have the structure demolished and taken away, and then construction, the 150 rebuilt again and the project completed. So it'd be the contract works insurance policy.
So I could also see that you have actually won 2 awards and 1 award each in as elite brokers, insurance brokers in 2017 and 18. So congrats for that. But what makes you eligible for getting those awards in the first place? So you must have done something right, isn't it?
Yeah. Look, with the awards, it's you have to be nominated for the awards by peers and customers in the industry. Customers have to sort of write in and sort of speak of you, and your peers have to sort of speak of you, and the board also contacts the insurance companies that you deal with, and there's a sort of a sort of interview process that they go through with them to talk about you and your business. Look, we're really honoured to pick up those awards. And it's a bit of recognition for the hard work that our team does put in, especially in the construction space. We handle and look after insurance programs for your mums and dads, all the way up to your large international and ASX listed businesses. So there really isn't anything that's too big or too small for us.
So from your website, you basically deal with everything, all the insurances, landlords, strata, commercial. Then we go into professional, that's professional indemnity, super trustees and everything. So before, I think we have taken enough of your time today, and thanks for that. But do you want to add something before we finish this session today?
Look, all I would add to all this is, look, if there's any queries that anyone out there does have, we're always more than happy to sit down with you, whether it be over the phone, a Zoom call, or we're happy for anyone to come into the office and run through any insurance queries that you may have. Whether, like I said, nothing is too small and nothing is too large for us and our team. And we're always more than willing to help out. We understand that, especially in the early days, a lot of this can seem really complicated, especially when it comes to home warranty and the eligibility process. Sometimes I have builders that give me a call on Monday and say, Joe, I spent all of Saturday and all of Sunday trying to fill out the application form, and I only made it halfway, and I wasn't able to complete it. And I tell them, look, just come into the office, and normally within 3 or 4 minutes we can complete it. So don't stress out about it too much. It might look like there's a lot there, but there's nothing that we can't help you with.
Awesome. So
can I just add to that? I've been dealing with Joe from last 6-7 years, and I can be I'm a witness to that process. Joe is very, very helpful, and as you can see, he's very knowledgeable about stuff he does. So I'm more than happy to recommend to anyone, go to Joe Khoury for any insurance work, kind of sort of things.
Thank you, Amarjeet.
Thank you very much. And I can see from your page you're on Facebook. So address is still the same, Suite 2, Level 1, 181 Macquarie Street, Parramatta.
It is. Yep.
Awesome. So I think that wraps up our session for today. Thank you very much, Joe, for coming in. And I think it was one of those very, very productive sessions. And it's more like we would like to have you again on the show or on this segment, and we can talk about something very different. I think we have to talk about, there's so many insurances, not only in the building, but in aviation and people who are buying the motor vehicles for the construction sites and everything. So I think we need to reflect a little bit more on those things, because even the government is pushing for construction, and either people are buying those yellow vehicles, as we call them, and they have to know what kind of insurances do they need on those construction sites when they buy them. So for today, thank you very much for joining us, and I can't thank you enough. So again, enjoy the rest of your evening and rest of the weekend. What's left of
Thank
it,
you,
I have
Joe.
to say.
Thank you, Joe, and good luck with the next baby.
Thank you very
There you
much.
go.
Thank you for having me. Good luck for everything.
Thanks, Mike. Take care. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.